Falcon fans, Falcon fans, Falcon fans, Falcon fans.
What's good? What's good?
Got one more.
What's
You
up?
already know what it is.
We in the building.
You already know what to do. Episode 108 with the crew. Kiki is here.
What's
Chase
up?
1000 is here. And of course, the professor, Bodie 3000, is in the building. Shout out to everybody that's here in the chat. We have a very beautiful show today. Not only us here talking Falcons football with you all, but you have a special guest. ATL Will is going to stop by and talk some Falcons football with us in just a little bit. But before we do that, crew, what's going on?
Chilling,
What's
man.
up?
Chilling.
All this time chatting in the chat. Goddamn it, we're on the podcast now.
You heard?
Kiki, how you been?
I'm good. Is it Friday yet?
Jeez, I heard that. It's been a fucking Monday for sure.
Dragon ass
Just
Monday.
started.
One thing I do like is these
Listen,
Falcons
when
Fridays.
somebody asks you if you from Louisiana, that just makes you hate the rest of your day.
Just kill the whole week. Just get rid of
Yeah.
the rest of the week.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm gonna take a wild guess, and I'm drinking water tonight. No Tito's.
Jeez.
I'm gonna take a wild guess. Somebody said that you're from Louisiana, or they thought what?
They
it
thought-
was a phone conversation. Or what was going on?
Right.
Kiki?
It was a customer, and when I answered the phone, it was like, you got an accent. Are you from Louisiana, or like New Orleans, or what part of Louisiana are you from? I was like, I am not.
Neither.
I'm
None of them.
offended.
Ew. Chase 1000. You coolin', brother?
Chilling, man.
How's
Chilling.
everything?
And it was a great weekend. Short weekend. Wish it could have been longer. It's already Monday, and it's definitely hitting like a Monday. So just glad I'm able to chat some Falcon football with the family and just spill the facts.
That is true. And for the Falcon fans that do not know, we were supposed to have a podcast last night with ATL Will. That crazy thunderstorm that just randomly appeared out of nowhere in Atlanta and just messed up a lot. My power was out for about 6 hours, 7 hours. I think Bodie might have some interference too as well. Chase, you're like 10 hours away, so you don't have to worry about that type of stuff.
We good over here.
Must be nice.
We was calling Chase for updates like, is it sunny over there? Well, let me know if it rains. 'Cause, it's kind of messing us up right now. I had a lot going on last night, but good thing was the Sunday, too as well, because a lot of things happened, during the week for me, and Sunday was kind of my off day. So I'm glad we was able to cancel the show. Shout out to ATL Will, who agreed to not only do the show last night, but come back today for the reschedule because he wants to talk Falcons football with us. And that's big. Falcons fans, when we have a special guest who wants to chat it up with us and chat it up with the fans too as well. Chat's going crazy. We're going to get to y'all in a minute. 3000 is here. 3000.
Yeah, I ain't got mine, so
You ain't got yours?
congratulations. Not yet.
Sheesh.
Not yet. Can't do nothing with them, man. You can't do nothing with them yet either. So
You sure you paid, right?
fuck it. I don't know. I need to go check.
3000. How's your
my
week
jokes
been,
ain't
brother?
ready today. You-
Huh?
I'm probably a little hungry. That's what it is. I'm a little hungry.
Hit that
my
like
jokes
button, hit
ain't
that
ready
share
yet.
button, hit the subscribe button. 3000. How's your week been, brother?
Man, I'm breathing.
Heard that.
I'm thankful for everyday breathing. I ain't stressing about nothing. Know
That's
that.
That's
So
true.
I'm good.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoying your week. Kiki too as well. Chase as well. We're gonna quickly get to break the ice. Kiki, Will should be on the way, right? I security hasn't alerted me of any
Yeah, he should be in a few minutes.
any problems down there going on in the parking deck. So once I get the alert from security, we'll find out when ATL Will arrives. But we're gonna break the ice real quick on y'all before we get to the chat, and then ATL Will is gonna join us here shortly. There's the fight of the century going on right now, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard about it. Chase,
Yeah, I
Bodie,
think I've
Kiki, you heard about
about
it?
it.
Chase, you heard about it?
I think I know what you're talking about.
I think
You
I
know
know
what
what
I'm
you're talking about. Yeah.
Kiki, you know what I'm talking about? Bo, you
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man.
Sheesh. So apparently, Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg agreed to throw down.
I'm for it.
You're for it?
Do it.
UFC style or boxing style? Chat, what we doing? Kiki, UFC, boxing? What we looking at? Two billionaires going crazy in the ring? What's happening?
If I wanted to see two people windmill, I just watch Bad Girls Club or something. Like, I'm good.
You mean to tell me after all the weeks and months in preparation for training, they're going to come in there and just do straight windmills against each other? Just
I don't. Yeah.
Shout out my boy Dave Chappelle. Remember we had that Friday night sissy fights. Remember that one on the Chappelle show? That was hilarious, man. Chase, you said you're all for it. Who you got your money on? Chat, who you got your money on? Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg? I ain't gonna lie.
See, Zuck,
Musk a crazy mother. I'm gonna go with Musk, dog.
Zuck's done.
But Zuck got that wingspan though.
He's done penalized me too many times on Facebook, so I gotta go Elon.
Yeah, I would ride with Elon for that.
Everybody who's been banned from Zuck going with Elon, huh?
Look,
yeah, I'm still restricted on Facebook for whatever reason. I don't know what I did this time.
Elon making y'all pay for the doggone Twitter Blue.
I'm good on that too. I ain't paying nothing.
Yeah.
I was just about to say something real inappropriate. I was about to say Twitter got porn, so I'm going with Elon.
Yeah. I mean, that's true though. Like you can't, like I'm just like, I'm not even following these people's houses on my timeline. Like
I will say that, yeah, Elon, you're tripping because I'll just randomly
disclaimer,
jump on Twitter.
I don't watch porn on Twitter.
Hawks,
I don't.
Braves, United, and then a random bra and boob thread. Like where the hell that shit come from? Like where did that just come from? I'm watching sports. All my content is sports related, but it's ridiculous. Don't want to even get to that. But who you got your money on though? Bo, you going with Zuck, you said. I mean, Musk, you said, right?
Elon looked like he out of shape, but I think he probably strong and he'll knock his ass out. So
Sheesh.
I play the game and go with Elon.
God, not out of shape.
Elon do look like he eat mayonnaise sandwiches. Like I don't know.
Chat, who y'all going with, Musk or Zuckerberg? Drop it in the chat.
Kiki, I think you need to borrow one of your bras, bro.
Huh?
Elon. Sorry.
I think Elon that looked like a second round knockout for Elon. Hold on.
He gonna make it past the second round.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no second round. He gonna be tired and Zuck.
So if they're going MMA, I got Zuck because he got reach. He's gonna grab Elon, quick headlock, a couple nuggies on top of the head. You never know. But Elon, in boxing match, I think Elon's a little bit crazy with them gloves on. Gotta go with Elon, man.
He got that thick neck. He got a wide neck.
Gosh! You taking them Zab Judah punches? Is that what's going on in here, Case?
I'm sorry. Elon can't dance, so he don't look like he got any kind of coordination. That's the only thing. I think he'd be missing every damn punch he take. But I think the one he do land, he gonna knock you out like he crazy. So yeah. I'll take it.
Chat's going crazy. Let's get to the chat before we get to our topics. Got a special guest, ATL Will, who's going to be joining us here shortly. For those that do not know, he has a lot going on too as well. Big diehard Falcons fan.
What's up, Jalen?
Jalen Jones is here in the chat. Rise up. Let's get it from Jalen Jones. Good to see you back in the chat, brother. We're going to get that Pitts jersey signed from you too this year, brother. I promise you. We're going to get that Pitts. Jalen Jones has a crazy story. Chase, you might know about this from last season. He went to every single OTAs.
Yeah.
To get not only the Pitts jersey signed, but to see the Falcons practice. He's a diehard Falcon fan. Jalen Jones, right?
I believe
Falcon players come over after practice. Go ahead, Chase.
So I believe he was pulling a night shift too. Like he was coming in right after work.
Whatever he was doing was a lot. Because when I was showing up there, Jalen was there. When I wasn't there, Jalen was there. That's a diehard fan. Shout out to Jalen Jones. But he had Pitts jersey. And players were coming over left and right signing jerseys, left and right, autographs, pictures. Pitts was standing like right in front of him. Every single practice, he's like right there and wouldn't come over and sign the jersey. One time, Jalen tried to stay back after we was walking slow. He was with me. Jalen walked ahead. I told Jalen, I said, man, I just saw Pitts standing at the gate when we walked out of. You were trying to get the jersey signed behind the rope, man. I just saw him at the gate.
Damn.
Jalen was so hot, bro. but he's a diehard fan, but he still reps the team.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? Even without the signature. So we're going to do the best we can, Jalen, to see if we can we're going to create some posters, do something at OTA. We're going to create a lot of noise. Get Jalen Jones that jersey signed, but he's a diehard Falcon fan, man. Shout out to Jalen.
Might have to pull a switcheroo, get my little my kid there. And then be like,
Yeah.
he pop out the woods. Gotcha.
I will say, you bring the kids to training camp, they going to get them autographs. They going to get them autographs. And we ain't going to speak about some people who might be pushing them kids out the way.
Chase.
might be hip on the channel.
Damn, I got that slipped out.
Big Ant is in the building.
Up?
Said, hey, what's
Big
up,
Ant?
everybody?
What's good, bro?
What's up?
Big Ant's in the building.
Appreciate you in the chat.
Carrie's in the building. Sad day for Manchester City fans, but it's all right.
Good, Carrie.
We'll bounce
What's up,
back.
Carrie?
Hold on. Okay. Security gets alerted me to some people outside.
Sheesh. Limo pulling up.
They deep too.
Mm.
Lambos. They want Lambos and Maseratis. Sheesh. Them boys came from Buckhead.
Dang.
Sheesh.
God.
Hey, it's going down in a major way when I tell you them special guests getting ready to join the show. You know when security alerts me, somebody's here in the parking deck. And I see Lamborghini, Maseratis, a Ferrari out there. Chase, your truck is out there. You double park. We'll get to that. I told you about the double parking.
It's the yellow Jeep in the parking lot.
Sheesh.
That's all that
No,
matters.
is your Prius out there?
Dang.
Shit. Carrie's in the chat. She said, what's up, Falcons fam? So happy y'all are safe after the storms you guys had yesterday. Excited for the show today.
Appreciate it, Carrie.
Appreciate
Appreciate it.
Carrie.
Our diehard Falcon fan from Blogging
Lisa.
Dirty's here. Lisa
Lisa.
Shepherd said, ready for the show.
What's good, Miss Lisa?
Episode 108, y'all. Don't forget, put that one time up. Hashtag the fan
One
club.
time.
Hashtag one timers. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button.
Tag one timers.
Hit that share button.
Yeah,
Hit
that
subscribe.
finger, not your middle finger.
Gosh.
Other.
And Chase, remember, not the pinky finger. Remember, we talked about that last week. Like
What's
one
up,
time, Chase, just one.
He said, I got one finger for you.
For that Jaguar fan.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, the mascot's here in the chat too. I guarantee you that Jaguars mascot's in the chat too.
He's
as well.
a
He ain't got no
fan.
home. Big Ant is here.
He ain't got no
Once again.
home. Shit.
Lowski's in the chat.
Lowski.
Hit that like button, share button, subscribe button. They're getting escorted up. They got private security. Look, Drake out there.
Mm.
It's going down. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go over to Rise Up Falcons. Let's go, man.
What's up,
What's up?
Sloan?
D Sloan's in the chat. Drake's true statement.
One time.
One
up,
time,
Drake?
one time for the
That's
fan,
an
the fan
OG.
club. Bodie, Chase, Jack, Kiara. What's happening?
What's
You already
good?
know Lisa Shepherd, the crew. Everybody's lit tonight. Terrell Johnson's in the chat.
Shout
What's
out
up?
to
He OG, he been around.
It's
Love
lit,
Ride
man.
OG,
Fall Start
bro.
Falcon is in the chat.
what
What's
it do.
up?
What's cracking, brother?
Diehard Falcon fan, Deloach is in the chat. You already know.
One
What's up?
time.
See what we got here. People's going with Elon. Kiara, your sister's in the chat.
Hey, Sade.
What's good.
You see, you
Right,
put the R in
good.
it too. I just heard you
I
little
said
South
Sade.
Carolina
I did not
accent, your
say
Louisiana
Char.
accent.
Sade.
Yeah. You worse than you just want boy. I tell
Josie
you.
Lee said, "Where's the boy ATL Will at?" Well, why wait around?
On the way, pulling up.
He coming to the door right now. Matter of fact, he right here. ATL Will
Hey, what's up?
is on one time for the fan. Glad to have you, brother. How's everything going with you, sir? Doing good. Chase, Bodie, Kiara, this is the first time we've had ATL Will here to the show. Chat, I know y'all love when we bring the special guests to the show, so ATL Will, diehard Falcon fan, is here with us talking some Falcons football. Will, before we get started, man, tell us a little bit about yourself, brother.
TikToker. I'm on Twitter, all types of social media stuff for the Falcons. And yeah, just give me a follow, drop me a follow if you guys don't already. That'd be great.
We're definitely going to get your social media after the show is over right here, so everybody can go ahead and follow you on Twitter or TikTok. I got to get on my TikTok game too as well. Bodie, we got festivals and stuff coming up. I can't do it with 37 followers, Will. You got to teach us how we can get our TikTok game up, man. So keep us informed on that. But, of course, while we have you here, man, we got to talk about them Atlanta Falcons, brother. That's what everybody wants to talk about, and I'm glad you got the time out of your day today to come over here and chat with us. Could have been yesterday, but the storms kind of messed everything up. But Kiki, this is great right here that ATL Will can join us tonight.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's get straight to it, y'all.
Let's do it.
Will, you can just jump into what some of these topics that we have just for tonight, and then got a couple questions for you. I mean, you're a diehard Falcons fan, so people talk Falcons with you all day. So I'm sure this is gonna be a 24/7 thing for you when it comes to talking Falcons, right? That's what's up. That's what's up. We got one quick thing we want to go over here about the rookie watch. Chase, Drake London. And this is coming from NFL Rookie Watch. They put out a report last week. Drake London has reportedly had an impressive offseason so far and looks ready to take another step. Also follows up with Scotty Miller, Falcons' new wide receiver, even recently said that he sees similarities between London and Mike Evans. Chase, Bodie, crew, this is big. We've been talking about Drake London all offseason now. He's going into his second year here with the Falcons. But Chase, similarities between him and Mike Evans in his second year?
Yeah.
I mean, Falcon fans, that's actually pretty big because Mike Evans, that's not a lot. He's a decent receiver, y'all. I mean, he's a decent receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chase, your thoughts on that, man? Ricky Watch giving some praise to Drake.
That's dope. That was our first round pick last year. So for him to get recognition is huge. This is a guy that played last year that got 866 yards as a rookie. So to see him in year two with a quarterback that's not a bridge quarterback, it's still an experiment with Desmond Ridder. But to see him with somebody other than Mariota and just the total yards that he racked up with Ridder in those 4 games, I'm excited to see it. I'm ready to see Drake take that next step into his second year.
3,000. Bodie. Some more reports on Drake. We love talking about the offense. We're going to get our days to talk about the defense. That's why I love the offseason. But just another report showing some high praise for Drake there. What you think about that, brother?
Look, if he's anything close to Mike Evans, that's great. I think he can exceed Mike Evans. And that's saying a lot because Mike Evans is 9 seasons in and 9 1,000-yard seasons. That's amazing. That's huge. That's amazing. Huge. I mean, I can't hate on him. Okay, talent just shows. Okay, as much as I hate that damn team, I can't. Yeah, man. That mean when we see it though. I mean, we saw it. It was oozing out of him. I mean, there's a reason why we picked him at 8. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. My guy, Pitts. Like I'm saying, Pitts got a chance to be damn. I mean, we picked him earlier. He's right. In my opinion, he should be number 1 because we picked him earlier. Mm-hmm. But as long as we share the wealth and everybody eat, baby, that's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? Right. Everybody get a little piece of the pie. I don't care who eat, and I'm sure they feel the same way. And I remember hearing, I think I heard an interview where London's like, "Yeah, man, everybody, it doesn't matter who eat, whatever, whatever's going on, just want to win.
Whatever's winning, whatever's winning them games.
Yeah, so that's what we on right now. So I mean, of course, man, it's just all this talk, man. Can football start already? I'm tired of this shit. So.
Kiki, your 5th cousin Drake.
That's my first cousin, sir. That's daddy's nephew.
Damn.
You love Drake, but
I do love.
We don't love Mike Evans, so. We do love the comparison, though. I mean, we ain't gonna lie. Mike Evans is a decent receiver, so somebody give him that type of praise. And Scotty Miller coming from the Bucks, now with the Falcons, he's seeing that already. He hasn't even touched the field fully for the Falcons yet. If he's saying that, also, other media reps are saying that Drake looked like he's going into a very, positive season this year. How does that feel for you, Kiara, just as a fan?
When I first saw it, I started laughing when I first saw the comparison, and I only started laughing because I thought about Mike Evans throwing Marshawn Lattimore across the field. So I'm just like,
shout out to Mike Evans for that though. I ain't never gonna hate him for that though. That shit was funny.
So I was just like, that's a fair comparison because they're both kind of like they're both tall. Mm-hmm. They're both physical. So I could definitely see that comparison. And I think that's a great comparison. Like, I mean, that just gets you more amped up for the season because I hope to see like Drake just throw Marshawn Lattimore across the field. So
yeah, absolutely.
ATL Will, we're gonna get as much as we can out of you tonight, sir, when it comes to these Falcons, man. Your thoughts on Drake? Somebody say your mic might be a little bit low too, Will. I think your mic might be a little bit. Somebody mentioned that. You good?
I hear something now. Yep.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
Your thoughts on Drake London? I mean, the similarities that you're hearing with what Scott Miller mentioned between him and Mike Evans. Just give us your thoughts on Drake.
Yeah,
we're glad that we can have you here on the podcast, and now we can find out what does ATL Will have to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just your thoughts about Drake London going into year 2.
Yeah, I feel like Drake's been getting compared to Mike Evans since like coming out of the draft. So to finally hear it from like a player and like his leadership, that's great. Somebody that's played with Mike Evans a long time, and the way that they play so similar. They're both massive receivers, can go up and get the ball over these tiny guys. It's great. And we have enough of those guys on the team already, but it's good to have another one. And his leadership's going to go a long way this year.
If you're looking at that situation,
hey Lisa,
everybody's here for you, Will. You got Carrie in here. Stanley Wood said, "What's up?" You have my boy Josie is in here. He said, "What's up?" 95 North is in here. Big Ant is up in here.
What's up, Big Ant?
Let's see here. Everybody wants to hear about the story too as well. Will, I know you might know what we're talking about. The story about Twitter with the Aints fans and everything.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that last. We gotta talk Falcons football first.
Yes,
but
sir,
we got enough time to roast to roast the Saints. Trust me, we got enough time to roast the Saints. That's all for us. Kiki, you can always start and you can take the lead on that. Because you don't get banned here on the One Time for the Fan. Twitter might ban you, Facebook might ban you. We ain't finna ban you here, Kiki. Going over to something else here in the chat right now. See what's going on. Everybody's texting me questions and stuff for Will. I'll see what we can get in here tonight. Sterling Wood said Mike Evans does have hands, so I'm good with that.
Absolutely.
Lisa Shepard said ATL Will broke the story last year about Mariota getting benched.
That was
Y'all
awesome,
remember?
dude.
That was awesome. Take us down that road, ATL Will.
Yeah, so I was at work one day, and then my homie Joe calls me up. He's like, "You're not going to believe what just happened." And I'm like, "What just happened, bro?" And he was like, "Okay, so I was at work. Desmond Ridder, Arnold Ebiketie, and Drake London just walked in. I swear to God." I was like, he's lying, bro. He's lying. He's like, "You're not going to believe this either." I was like, I mentioned him throwing to Drake London soon, and he was like, "Yeah, that's gonna be happening real soon." And then I was like, "Yo, I gotta tell people about this." And so we broke the story, and it kind of went viral. So yeah, we kind of got a little bit of clout off that. I don't know what that's worth, but I mean, hey, it was awesome that we got to do that.
The Falcons content creator breaking news. I mean, you can't beat that right there. If I would have heard that, I would have had to say it too. Like, hey,
yeah. Before a lot of these big name guys too. So like a kid that works at Sunglass Hut got it before everybody. It was awesome.
I think I told Kiki too in the chat when I think it was the Steeler game when he was coming off the field. A lot of fans that were in the tunnel heading out of the game because I was the end of the game right there. They were yelling, "Let's go Ridder! Get rid of Mariota!" Like you can hear it coming down that hallway. Over there by field level 2 as well. So ATL Will, you was spot on with that, brother. And it's always good when you have Falcon fans dropping facts. Shout out to everyone.
We already know that they should have benched him after he threw the ball off his booty cheeks.
Hey,
not the upside down Falcon throw with the beer bottle.
Not the goddamn.
I still got PTSD from that.
I told Myles Garrett the other day, I said, "Please don't remind me of the past, Myles Garrett. Every time I think about Mariota, it reminds me of the past."
I put that shit as my profile picture. That shit had me rolling. I was like, "Get this asshole out of here."
No, the what had me rolling was Coach Smith's facial expression, like.
Yeah.
So, Will, Mariota's out, Ridder's in. Offbeat question right here. How you feeling Ridder right now for when it comes to him getting on the field this year? You ready as a Falcon fan, or you just more like he has to prove it to me?
He's definitely got to prove it, especially like any young quarterback's going to have to prove it. I'm not just going to go into like a massive fandom obsessing over Desmond Ridder, thinking he's going to be a Hall of Fame guy, going to be the franchise quarterback. So of course he's got to prove it, but I think he's going to be able to, get the job done. If we can win 7 games with Mariota, well, as many as we did, not 7 necessarily, then I think Ridder will be able to get the job done for sure. I think Ridder's better than Mariota, and he'll at least prove that much, and that should be enough to get us to the playoffs.
That's good to know because most of us right here on the podcast believe the same thing. How were you when Mariota came to the Falcons last year? Like, what was your thoughts and feelings about that?
it was, because we just moved on from Matt Ryan, and I'm like, it's about to be a dark time in Falcons history. We're signing Mariota.
ATL Will.
And then it was bad for a little bit, but then we had that game against the Panthers, and we were in the lead for the NFC South, so it was like it must not be that bad. And I think that just goes to show how good this coaching staff is, and that I'm a big believer in Arthur Smith and those guys, and I think they'll be able to get the job done, especially this year.
Yeah, I'll speak for me on that.
Let's go, Bodie.
I was more positive about it. We sitting here talking about Mariota being comeback player of the year type shit. Talking about, oh my God, shit like that. And that's the thing. Deep down in my heart of hearts, I knew he was butt cheeks, but I was like, we gotta press on. Like he could do it. We know he was a top pick. He's a guy, but it looked good. But shit, the cream rose to the stone rose to the drop to the bottom. I'll say that. I'm
kind of on Will's team with that Mariota's decision after the Matt Ryan situation. I just felt like, man, this shit right here, because remember it happened the same day, like 2 hours later.
Yeah,
Mariota's name was pinned to the Falcons after Matt Ryan was gone, and was like, what are we getting ready to do here? But then you go a year later now, and you kind of see the direction of the team. Salary cap played up. Whatever happened with salary cap. Terry making moves, cooking early. Then you see what happened this year, how he was really cooking. So as a Falcon fan, I just had to sit back and I was surprised that we got those wins last year too, as well, with Mariota at quarterback. That was surprising, But I was waiting to see Ritter come into the game probably around after that Carolina game, Bodie, you'd say?
Yeah.
But this is the thing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yo, Will.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things that, like, if we win with Mariota in first place in the NFC South, then I feel like we can do it with a lot of people, especially with Ritter. And then when he came in against the Saints, his first start, and he didn't have the best game, but then he won 2 straight at the end, so that's great.
Yeah.
And it was just hard. I know you were saying, seeing Mariota getting replaced by week 7 or so. It's just hard. It's just, you want him to succeed. You just don't want us to lose. Like it's just hard. But then it's just hard. Okay.
So we're gonna keep it real with you from last season. Every score prediction we did after every podcast, like that week leading up to the game, we said the Falcons would win. It's like they were undefeated with us. So everybody jumped in the chat like, damn, did the Falcons lose? Like, nah, bruh. We won 38-24 because we always wanted to say that the Falcons had a good enough team to go out there and get the job done. It was tough for us as fans on the show to say, oh, we finna get smacked by the Bengals today. It's finna be a smacking 35-0, some shit like that. No, so we always try to find a way.
I'm writing them down this year. I'm writing all of them down.
Yeah.
Because that Cincinnati
game,
I
go
knew
back
it.
and compare.
What was our score for the Cincinnati game? We had said 29-21 Falcons. Like
something like that.
That was tough.
We got effed up.
I'm sitting in a whole crowd of Bengals fans out there in Cincinnati.
But they did.
Both corners, yeah.
That was tough.
They kind of ran the train on that. Yeah.
Well, staying with the defense, Kiki, PFF. We talked about the offense. We talked about top 10, top 5 offensive line, and some of the best players that we have in the league on our team. Yeah, Chris Lindstrom too as well. Jake Matthews. Remember, PFF did the report of Jake Matthews and Caleb McGarry. They talked about Drew Dahlman too as well. Let's switch sides now and go to the defense. PFF put out a report that the Falcons, Will, you can chime in at the KR too if you want. The Falcons are 28th in the league with the linebacker core. And PFF, everybody loves stats, Will. So here we love dropping stats from what PFF says. We always like to talk about it. They said Atlanta's linebackers struggled across the board in 2022. Their primary solution would be to take a chance on 2022 breakout star Caden Ellis, who was excellent last season for the Saints, posting an 81.5 overall grade. He offers value off the ball and on the edge and was a terrific down the stretch as his usage increased. They're kind of looking at it saying that the Falcons are just basing it off of Caden Ellis to grow that linebacker core because he's the new body in the room. But you still have Troy Anderson, who's I think he's about to get after it this year too as well.
Right.
Michael Walker, I know how Falcon fans feel about it. We talked about it. But he's still on the team. The defense around that linebacker core has gotten much better. But PFF is only focusing on the linebacker core. They say we're 28th in the league. Kiki, do you agree, disagree?
I
Or
mean,
you
yeah,
in that boat?
I mean, I'm kind of indifferent about that. I hate to bring this name up, but I do feel like I was hurt when we didn't re-sign how do you say his name? Foye?
Aluakon.
Because I mean, he was a darn good linebacker, him and Debo, but you could tell Debo started to kind of, So with Michael Walker, I'm just not really sold on him, but I do feel like Nielsen is the coach that's gonna coach him up. He's gonna coach up our rookie because I do feel like Troy Anderson is due. He is gonna have a breakout season. That's my that's my prediction for him. He's gonna break out the season. He's physical. He got the speed, so I can't wait to see how that goes too.
The sideline to play by Troy definitely has to get a little bit better, but he's a rookie going into his second year.
Right.
But knowing that he was one of the first names that Ryan Nielsen had called when he was signed to Atlanta, that's big right there because he has a plan. And Ryan Nielsen you saw what he did with Demario Davis. So he loves his linebackers too as well. And if Troy's one of those guys he's getting ready to throw out there, we haven't mentioned much about Tay Davis. Don't know if he's going to make the 53 too as well. But I see how PFF is looking at this linebacker core. The leading tackler on the linebackers you didn't even bring back last year, which was Rashaan Evans. So we're still kind of looking at that if that's going to happen. ATL Will, PFF has us at the back of the pack in the linebacker group. Agree, disagree? You're in the boat. What you feel about that, brother?
I actually somewhat agree with that. I feel like especially this year, our linebacker room's feeling kind of a little lackluster. I know Caden Ellis is good, but I feel like he's going to be a pass rush guy. I don't know if I'm right or wrong on that, but I think he's going to be like the top guy to get to the quarterback this year. And then Troy Anderson, he's got to step up, like really step up this year, and it's a good opportunity to prove himself for sure. But a guy I wish we re-signed was Rashaan Evans. I was actually a big Evans guy this year. He had his moments for sure, but he's a guy I would love to bring back into that linebacker room because he's an older guy, a leadership type of guy, and I really wish we re-signed him. And I feel like we got to re-sign somebody. We got to get somebody in the linebacker room because it's pretty thin right now. Like, to be honest,
your thoughts on that too as well, because Kiki, Chase, Bodie, you guys can chime in too as well. We talked about this. Why do you think they didn't re-sign Rashaan Evans at this point? I mean, the defense has came together to where we got some names out there. We got some bodies that can get to the quarterback. The zone coverage scheme should be a little bit better. The pass rush should be a little bit better. I mean, he was a big part of your run defense too as well, with the racking up those tackles, hitting those A gaps, those B gaps. Why not bring back Rashaan? Will, what do you think was going on in that situation?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I know Terry Fontenot said at the beginning of the offseason he wanted to bring him back.
He did. I
don't know why he hasn't, but I would love to re-sign him before the season starts. But I couldn't tell you the reasoning for that. I don't think he costs much. I know we would have at least enough room to get him on the team.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe it's his play. Maybe they're comfortable enough with these younger guys like Troy Anderson. I don't know.
And then after Troy, and then after what you call it? Caden Ellis. Michael Walker. What's the decision there? Because we got 8 outside linebackers?
I can tell you real quick. Michael, we didn't bring back Evans because he can't cover me in the winter.
Right.
Sheesh.
In the 95.
That Detroit preseason game, the first 2 plays.
In below zero weather, he cannot cover nothing. That's that's the thing. I think this defensive coach is looking for athletic, speedy type defense who can like really get at it. He likes to blitz everywhere. He likes every position to be able to get to the quarterback. And I don't think Rashaan Evans fits that mold that he likes at linebacker. And that's the gist I get from looking at from the linebackers we have.
Because you would resign them at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Evans works in different systems. This is Nielsen's system. It just doesn't fit as well as you would like him to, as well as he would like him to fit in his system. That's the only gist I get from that. Like he got to be able to cover some things. You got to be able to shoot those gaps. Like you got a Troy Anderson, you got a Ellis, you got a the boy we brought back, Michael Walker.
Michael
Zoe
Walker.
Carter. Yeah, Zoe Carter.
Bud Dupree.
Bud Dupree. All those cats can get after it. All of them can get after it.
And don't get D'Angelo Malone. This is a guy that could get a lot more play time this year too.
And I think they that's what they're after right now. And that's why that Saints defense had all those sacks and they were all spread out because the sacks came from everywhere. And Nielsen likes to just spread it out. So
and
that's
Chase,
my
take. Chime into this, and Bodie, you're definitely spot on. I think a lot of Falcon fans and a lot of people who just watch the game kind of look at Malone's going after the quarterback, Ebike's going after the quarterback, Bud Dupree's going after the quarterback. They still have to do some coverages too as well, folks. They're not just going to be out there just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 every single down after the quarterback. Man, they have a couple plays they're going to run where it's scheme-wise. So, of course, their goal is to get to the quarterback. But I can see Bud Dupree hitting the flat every now and then to chase down the running back. I can see D'Angelo Malone playing a couple, playing a little bit of Sam here and there just to, get his foot feeling, get ready for, whatever Ryan Nielsen presents to D'Angelo Malone, whatever the defense throws at these players, they have to be ready in any position. And seeing so many outside linebackers we have and seeing just a couple inside linebackers that we have, it's like, what are they getting ready to do? So I was hoping that Rashawn Davis can come back. I'm not too heavy on Tay Davis. I remember when they brought him over in free agency. Not really too big on that, but Michael Walker, Troy Anderson, you hit it right
Dorian
there.
Etheridge is a guy too that's been getting a lot of hype on OTAs and minicamp. That's a guy to watch every year. It seems like in preseason the past 2 years, he's been a name that we talk about here on the podcast. So,
and Chase, guess what? We're getting ready to go to training camp next month, and we're going to talk about him again. But is he going to be on the 53? That's the thing about it. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to go forward, and Arthur Smith said it's going to be the toughest 53 he's ever had to put out there.
Most definitely.
I believe him because this team is stacked.
It's stacked, yeah.
People outside of the Falcons community in Atlanta maybe not seeing it, but I've been here for a while. This team is fucking stacked.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see what the moves that can be made. But Chase, we'll get to you as the last one before we get to these questions with Will. The Falcons linebacker core ranked 28th PFF. Agree, disagree?
I'm going to agree for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. 1,000, Chase?
I would have to agree. I'd have to agree 100%. It's the weakest link. We talked about it. It's an area to watch. A lot of people that's got to step up. Troy Anderson's got to be quicker in the pass coverage. Last year, it seemed like he was a step behind a lot. The ball was right next to his fingertips. So that stuff like that is coachable. We just got to get with it. And Nielsen's going to lead this defense to what he wants it to be. So I'm ready to see it unfold.
And for Falcon fans, if you're watching the game, like how most other teams are scouting, if they're noticing that the Falcons linebacker core is that weak, a lot of teams are going to try to take advantage of those situations across the middle of the field. Quick drag routes, in routes, quick slant routes.
Ate us alive on last year.
Eat us alive in those type of plays because they don't want to go up the middle against Grady and Eddie Goldman if he's going to be there. David Omeniada. You heard what Calais Campbell said. His body of work says do not even go to his side. So most teams know that. Do not. You see that guy over there on that side? Don't even go over there. So change your direction over here. And I believe that with Calais Campbell because his body of work has shown that. And I would love to have him 5 years ago, but I'll be glad to take him right here. It doesn't make a difference. So whatever he can do to help this team, I'm all for. I'm all for it. ATL Will. You good, man?
Yes, sir.
We lit, man. Chat's going crazy. So a lot of times when we have special guests, we can't even get to the chat because if we do go to the chat, it will be well over an hour on the podcast. But everybody's in here representing the Falcons. We have the Jaguars mascot in here too as well. He might chime in.
God.
So be prepared for him. Don't know how he types in the mascot uniform outfit. I don't know, but
he know words.
He talks a lot of shit when he comes into the chat, and he's ready for week 4. So, but I know the guy. It's a long story. He's sneakerhead. We got Jordan's collection.
It's not past his bedtime yet.
He's in the chat. He's probably in here. I don't know what profile he's using, but he's probably in here. Tish is in the chat. What's up, Tish?
Oh Lord, that name. Oh Jesus,
Tish. It's an hour show. It's an hour show.
Oh, not
but
that.
Tish watched the show.
The man was in
Germany.
Germany.
Trying to be funny.
The man, he was in Germany.
I know.
He's
probably
probably on the 53. Just let you know right now.
He's probably QB number 3.
He's probably on the 53. Just gonna put it out.
Hey, Felipe got tape on somebody.
Bro, I'm getting the Frank's jersey. This man ball out this year. I'm not bullshit.
God,
he might catch a touchdown in week 1. You never know.
If he does, I'm getting it. the following week. He can do it in preseason. I don't give a shit. I'm buying the jersey.
No. I ain't going that far.
Add to the collection. Will, Frank's jersey in your closet?
No.
That's the quickest no I ever heard.
Yeah, no way.
But once again, here on One Time for the fans in the chat already know, we love our Falcons. We love the organization, everything about it. We don't bash players. We just crack a little jokes here and there, but it's nothing negative. If Franks goes out there and does whatever he can, blocking wise, helping out, coaching wise on the sideline, I don't care what it is. Any one of those players from the coaching staff to Freddie the Falcon, do whatever you can to do to help this team win. And that's what we're here to talk about. We love the positive, aspect of the Falcons. Got some questions here for Will. Chat is going crazy. If y'all got some questions for Will, bring them. We'll go ahead and talk about it. Big Low Country Sports is here. Say what in the world, Bo?
What's up, Bo? What's up?
Cracking.
LaMarcus Boyd said our team is going to be in Germany soon. That is true. They talked about it. The international market that opened up now for the Falcons. They mentioned it the other day. They're in the runnings next year to host a home game in Germany. So, Rise Up Tour members, y'all ready to go on the road? Y'all know how we do it when we go on the road. Be prepared because Vegas is on the schedule too as well. I believe we're supposed to be going to Vegas and, of course, Germany too as well, if that's possible. So, for those that's traveling with us out there to those locations with the Rise Up Tour, be prepared for all the info that we have. Will, for those, if you didn't know, we have this big group of Falcon fans that travel to away games. It's about 1,200 of us, but when we show up, we show out in every city. So I'll give you some more information about it. If you plan on going to any away game this year, Will, come on out and be a special guest at an away game too as well, man. I think the mic check. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that New Orleans game is looking pretty good right now. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
we down there.
Oh, yeah.
Chase, we down there.
We in there.
Chase, what we do last year?
Took over.
We lit.
Took
Bro,
over.
the experience that we put on as Falcon fans going on the road, you might even forget about the game if it's a loss. Like you might come out and say, "Bro, I had such a great time with y'all."
Yeah,
like, I couldn't even remember the game. Chase, after the Saints game, we went out there, went to a restaurant, got something to eat, went right to partying, and then drove back to Atlanta.
Yep.
But we put on a lot of events when we go to these cities, Will. So feel free to come on out, man, see what we got going on, brother. We'll definitely roll out the red and black carpet for you, man.
Bet.
We do have some questions for ATL Will before we get him up out of here. We're glad that he got a chance to come talk to us tonight on One Time for the Fan. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Will, you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Falcons fan talk. Bodie, do the damn song, man. Shit, Bodie. I just did it. Hold on, try it again. Will, you ready?
Yes.
Falcons fan talk. Bodie.
Shut up, man.
Damn it, man.
Get out of here.
Y'all look crazy.
Hey, budget going up when we get these segments. We're gonna go. Wait, I guarantee you, by the time Miles comes back, he's gonna win the Emmy. We're gonna drop that that cut scene before we bring Miles in. Another cut scene before he even talks about this segment. So it's gonna be a lot going on. Shout out to Miles Garrett too as well for Fox 5. Will, question number 1. Who do you think will have a breakout season this year for the Atlanta Falcons, my brother?
A couple of good options.
Let us know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Caden Ellis. I think would probably be a good breakout star with him being under Ryan Nielsen. Like this, he might get double-digit sacks this year. That's a dream right there for that to happen, and he definitely could. So I'll go Caden Ellis. Honestly, he'll be a good breakout star for sure.
Kiki, who do you think would be your breakout this season? Your breakout star player?
I'm gonna go Bijan.
Nice.
Already?
Breakout.
It's June.
1K. 1,000 yard season.
That's my sister. 3,000 breakout season. Who you got, man? Who's your star player? I'm sure you got a couple of them, but you are a professor.
Man, Calais is coming back. 38 years old, 10 sacks now.
I'm cool with it.
Shit, I wish. Hell, he might. Hell, you never know.
Might, yeah.
I'll take it.
No, shit. Man, I would love to see. No, I wasn't even ready for you to ask me that. Go to Chase.
We'll go to Chase. Chase, I know you got your notebook there. Give us some
my nose wasn't ready.
Your thoughts, man, on your breakout star.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a guy that we was big here on the show. I can't remember if it was you or Dez or Bodie. One of y'all actually called the
damn
pick
sure wasn't Dez. Damn
on
sure
day
wasn't
2.
Dez.
Somebody called the pick on day 2 that Arnold Ebiketie would be an Atlanta Falcon.
Oh shit, yeah, that was Dez.
So I'm gonna say Arnold Ebiketie. He's got the guys around him. He's got an Anamata. Hopefully a healthy 100% Taquan Graham, a Calais Campbell, Bud Dupree, Lorenzo Carter, Caden Ellis, all these other targets. Arnold Ebiketie was at the quarterback. He made pressure. He just didn't finish with the sacks. He was a rookie, so taking that step this second year would be huge. To have Arnold break out is such a big thing for Atlanta because in a couple of years you're going to need that breakout player, and Arnold Ebiketie could be the guy.
Chase 1000. Dirty Falcons United?
Yes, sir.
Podcast
Dirty
going crazy
Fanatics
right now.
United.
Chase's podcast is going up.
We coming. We trying to come up.
I might have to look at that contract. I'm gonna have to look at that contract.
Check it out.
Bodie, breakout star, man.
Man, it's tough. Y'all took all the good ones.
There's so many talented players, man. That's a true statement, though, bro. There's so much talent on this team.
It's a lot, and that's the thing.
Just say Felipe.
No,
shit.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I truly believe that Lorenzo Carter has not been on a team that has such talent, this much talent around him. Right. He has a chance. I said it last year. He had a chance to lead this team in sacks, but it wasn't enough talent around him, and they was able to really keep him at bay. It's really between him and Troy Anderson really coming into his own. So,
Carter put up 4 sacks last year, by the way.
Who that? Oh yeah,
Carter put up 4 sacks.
Carter did. Carter did. So I'll say Troy Anderson turns into a damn monster and just owns his craft this year. He just turns, he flips it. He's a smart guy. I think he'll turn all that physicality, all the talent, that raw talent, into some monster freaking Zach, like old school, just monster,
like a Luke Kuechly type deal.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't think of one of them guys. I was gonna say that old
Luke
Dolphins
Kuechly was a monster, bro. I hate the Panthers, bro. I am not gonna lie.
Yeah, Luke Kuechly. Yeah, he can definitely be that.
I'm gonna go with David Amiata, man.
Yes, sir.
I think David can have this breakout season this year. I'm going to remember what Spam said down in New Orleans when he left, and the Saints fan trying to comfort Spam by telling him, don't worry, we're going to put our best offensive lineman in front of him. Don't worry, we got him. And then Spam replied, you really don't know how strong this man is.
Yeah.
That also adding to what Grady said last year, like, I need the help. You know what I'm saying? That cry for help. And then you got David next to you, Eddie Goldman coming back. If Eddie can get back into that role when he was with the Bears, man, you talking about a line that's going to be stacked. And you know David ate when he was with the Saints. Grady's going to eat too as well. But I'm looking at David Amiata to make a big impact this season. I'm really looking at David to come over here and step it up. And I want to get a chance to talk to David too as well at training camp next month. So that's going to be actually pretty cool too. ATL Will, question number 2.
Yes, sir.
What team on the schedule do you see as our toughest opponent this season?
There's not many hard opponents on this year's schedule, but I'll go with the Jets or the Lions. Those are going to be the 2 teams that, like, when we see them, when we meet them, it's going to be hard to win that game, especially the Jets game. Being in December in New York could be a really good atmosphere in December. New York playoff team potentially. It's going to be hard to win that game, so I'll go with that one, the Jets game.
Those games in December, they mean everything to the NFL. And for the Falcons, if you're not winning early, if you end up winning late, those games are going to mean a lot too as well. Playing the Jets in New York in December, for us as Falcon fans, if you've never been to New York in December, it's cold. And you got an indoor team, and we knew that on the schedule. I was looking at the names, I look at the teams, I'm like, they're going to give us 2 outdoor games. They have to. It's going to be Carolina or it's going to be Jets, or it's going to be Chicago. Sure enough, what did they do? They gave us the Jets. They gave us Chicago. That Chicago game, New Year's Eve, is going to be a pain too, because you're playing in probably 10-degree weather, maybe. As an indoor team who practices indoor too as well, you might go out to Flower Branch on the field outside every now and then, but you got the dome inside where you're going to be most of the time. You play in the bends. Indoor teams going outside in the cold, sometimes it's not like the Bears. The Bears play outside all day. That's where they at. So that might be a tough game too as well for the Falcons. Kiki, hot take, toughest game on the schedule.
Oh, I don't even like saying this name, but I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Them stank people down there in Louisiana. And I'm only saying that because we know how these divisional games, we know how they can go.
Always.
You know, I mean, you know your opponent, like regardless if there's new quarterbacks, new players, like those are always just the toughest game, especially when it's two heated rivals. So, I mean, I got us winning them, but I don't think it's gonna be easy. So,
hot take, Chase. Toughest team on the schedule this year.
I hate to say it, man, but it's gonna be them Jaguars in London. Going against Calvin Ridley, Trevor Lawrence.
Don't say it on the podcast. Get that damn mask out of there.
That's what I mean, it's the honest take.
Did you hear your podcast, dude?
It's the honest take, man. That's a team to look out. I mean, that's a team that pushed in for the playoffs last year. They're up and coming, just like the Falcons. So it's going to be a battle.
3,000. I'm also with Will too as well. That Detroit game is going to be tough. Same like that Jaguars game. In case you just said it. Jags were on that up and up coming to the end of the season. Detroit was on that same route too as well. Yep. Dan Campbell wants to go out there and win. You have an early game going to Detroit. Thing about it is we have 2 easier games than what Detroit has before we play week 3. Right. I think Detroit probably going to get their shit kicked in week 1 and week 2. We have 2 easier games on the Panthers and the Packers. So, Bodie, toughest game on the schedule?
Yeah, y'all said all the tough teams. The Bears, it's always tough to play in Chicago, especially New Year's Eve. Might be effing snowing. So you got to look out for that one. It's always tough to play there. And I'll say one more, probably, Commanders. They always beat us. I don't know why. I'm tired of this shit.
I know.
Yeah. They suck. Why do they always beat us?
They got some players, some really good skill players, though, at some positions where in the past they just took advantage. Man, I remember coming back from that halftime. I think the game was tied at the Benz, and then they scored on that kickoff return. I said, what? Yeah. I said, how did they get scored? Oh, man, Coach just took it back. Man, if you don't get this shit out of here. And then the other one, when Terry caught the pass where the safeties were looking around the end zone and they turned around and I said, what the hell is going on out here?
Exactly.
My first text was Matt Ryan got. Those were the later years. Those were the later years. I got all his jerseys. Trust me, I'm a big fan. Deshaun's in the chat. Deshaun, you're late, brother. And this is Little John. So I got you. He was trying to come in here and stump us with these songs. He'll come in here and do like some lyrics from some songs. I think out of all of our 108 episodes, he stumped us twice. So we got.
He's like, I'm late. I don't know any lyrics. Let me just say shots 18 times on here.
That's a copy and paste. I got you.
Shout out to Sean.
Shout out to Sean.
Shout out to Sean, man. Newest member of Southern Step. ATL Will. Let's get you in the GM role. What player, either from free agency or draft, was your favorite off-season signing?
Guess I'll go Jesse Bates. That's the big ticket guy. So
throw him, Kiara. Throw him, Kiara. Throw him, Joe.
Yeah, I'll go Jesse Bates for sure. He's probably one of the best free agents in the entire free agency, and then we were able to get him, so that's great. He's like a 93 on Madden, so I'll take that any day of the week.
Madden player.
I got a new user to user, so that's great.
And he used the Madden reference too here in the chat. We're bringing ATL Will back to the podcast tomorrow. I guarantee. Kiki, Jesse Bates. We talked about this. For Falcon fans, there were 2 players in the offseason that people really wanted to see in the uniform next year. It was Deron Payne and it was Jesse Bates. We got Jesse Bates. The video came out of him in the club or him in the bar with AJ and the agent, and people said, "Oh, it's happening! It's happening!" Then you heard reports that Cincinnati might try to keep him, and then I think the Seahawks said they wanted him, or the Browns wanted him. It's like, where did this come from? But when the day came,
Mhm.
Terry got to cooking. And when that name was called, Falcon fans, everybody jumped up and said, "We got goddamn Jesse Bates."
Mhm.
Kiki, your thoughts on that off-season signing? Was Jesse Bates your favorite, or you just want to pick off what Will said?
Yeah, he was my favorite, and Calais Campbell as well, because you always need that veteran presence in the locker room. So both of those are my favorite signings of the off season.
That's what's up. 3,000 off-season signing. It could be draft or free agency.
Draft or free agency. My favorite off-season signing, and he been here already. Caleb McGarry. They didn't let him go. Okay.
Yes,
Look
sir.
at the
They let
love
him
for
go,
Caleb
we'd have
McGarry.
been-
Somebody said Drew Dahlman in the
We'd
chat
have been
earlier.
in
What's going
trouble.
on here?
We'd have been in trouble if we let him go. I'm
loving that though. O-line love. That's what's up.
O-line, you gotta get love to them big hog
Yeah.
maulers. So shout out to them. And I'm cheat and say Caden Ellis. He gonna be a wild card.
Jeez, bro, you just took my damn pick.
I'm sorry.
Chase, but you have your own podcast, so you can also go ahead and do your take too as well.
Yeah. Go over there and say.
No, go ahead, talk about it. That's what we do here on One Time for the
Yeah,
Fans.
but go
We're
ahead. My
diehard
fault,
Falcons
bro.
fans.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Caden Ellis. Really, the overall pick that I was overall happy about was Calais Campbell. That was the Dwight Freeney pick of 2016 for this year. So I was big on Calais Campbell, and I was just gonna throw Caden out there because, like I said, he did have 7 career sacks last year. Was Caden Ellis a rookie last year?
7th
I'm not
round.
sure.
He wasn't.
No,
He wasn't.
second.
He
No,
was
no.
not. He been in the league maybe like 3 or 4 years or whatever, but
Okay.
he was always a special
last
team
year was that.
until
Last year
last
was his big breakout 7-sack season. So, coming off a year like that, the tape's there. So seeing what he can do, I feel like he can advance more in that style of play. So Caden Ellis, 7 sacks.
I'm gonna go with Jesse Bates as well. I mean, that was one I tweeted about it. That was one of my tweets that went Falcon viral. Like it had remember I told you Shades I had a shit ton of retweets, a bunch of views. I was like, oh shit, everybody must want Jesse Bates and Deron Payne. But then you got Jesse Bates, and then Payne was staying in Washington. It was like, all right, we got one out of the two. What else is about to follow? And then you see a month or so later, now this team is ready to go. So I'm glad that Jesse
actually
Bates
did more than I thought we would ever do.
Same for me too as well.
Really expanded that money.
And shout out to Carrie for her comment, because she said, everybody with these different answers on breakout players, that's a good problem to have, because years ago we didn't have this problem, because it's like when we get these signings, it's just like, I guess, because we couldn't afford to sign anybody.
Chase, 2019 was Caden Ellis.
Bums.
2019.
Going to another question here for ATL Will. Probably got like 2 more here. And Chase, do you have a question too, Chase, as well?
Run it. I can't
Run it. Okay. We just do the 2 because we're getting ready to wrap up the show here. ATL Will, who is your favorite player on this team and why?
That's a good one. And
it could be more than one if it has to. I know you're a diehard fan.
Yeah, you know what? This is kind of contradictory to what I said earlier about Desmond Ridder, but he's probably my favorite this year. And I think it's because he's such a relatable person as a father and someone that's around my age. And yeah, he's like the main character of this season. So he's my favorite player. And then getting to meet him in person, super chill dude. And yeah, I'll go Ridder, despite what I said earlier.
Somebody sent a question to me and said, "Are you related to Ridder? Because you kind of sound just like him."
He does. I was about to say that.
Or I've gotten Troy Aikman, I've gotten Matt Ryan, and all these quarterbacks. I guess it's an okay.
No, that's
thing,
Desmond Ridder right there. I'm talking to Desmond Ridder right now.
It does sound good.
Let's go, Desmond.
Yeah, you got the speaking voice, man. That's see why you do your content. You got the speaking voice.
I guess it's a good thing for sure.
It is.
Kiki, favorite player?
So far, last year, Tyler Algier has been my favorite. Having a 1,000-yard season as a rookie. I mean, I love that. And I love that. He seems humble, so that's my favorite player for now.
Chase, who's your favorite player, man? It could be didn't you just get the signing? Did you frame the jersey too as well before you?
I haven't framed it yet, but it's put up and it's gonna get framed.
You have to frame the Bijan jersey. He signed it. That's
no doubt.
That's big time, brother.
Favorite player, man, Kyle Pitts. Rocking with my boy Kyle Pitts. I know he was a big rival in college. I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. With him being a Florida Gator, he always seemed to put up plays against the Bulldogs and anybody else that he played against. So Kyle Pitts, man, I bought his jersey as a rookie and been hauling him ever since.
I have a Kyle Pitts question for ATL Will too as well. Bodie, favorite player?
Favorite player on this team? Whew, man, that's the wrong person. My favorite player is probably Troy Anderson.
Nice.
He's such an interesting player. It's so much to unlock with him. That's why I'm hoping he breaks out. Like I said, he's just an interesting player. He came from freaking Montana State. Never knew it existed until he got here. Shout out Montana State.
Shout out to the R&R Catcast who gave us the rookie report on Troy Anderson, who covers Montana State football and told us everything about Troy that actually he did on the field. So shout out to R&R Catcast.
Yeah, shout out to them. That didn't know they existed. But yeah, Troy's the guy. He's gonna be an X factor right next to Caden. It's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun season. They gonna fuck people up. Y'all don't understand this. They really gonna mess people up because that's a lot of speed at linebacker. Y'all don't understand how fast Caden Ellis and Troy Anderson are at linebacker together. It's gonna be fun. Even Michael Walker is fast. You know, that's what I think he's actually gonna have a good season. That's a hot take. I know he's on a lot of people's boo-boo list right now, but you know, Michael Walker is a different scheme, so we're gonna see what happens with that. So, but Troy Anderson,
got to go with Grady Jarrett.
Nice.
Shout out to Mama Jarrett.
OG.
Shout out to the cousins. Shout out to the family. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Grady, man. But he's a big time fan favorite of mine, man. What he has done for this team so far in the years being here, and then to see Terry, a new general manager, come in the past couple of years and do the best he can to help build this defense and build it around Grady, not getting rid of Grady or making no moves. I love that you got the hometown kid here to be the hometown hero who can hopefully win a Super Bowl for his hometown team. And I think we talked about it, Kiki, before 2027, this team might be back in the Super Bowl. The schedule is playing out, and if the schedule is playing out in your favor this year, where you should be winning the division and possibly making it to the playoff. I mean, come on, like you have to hope that the Super Bowl is down the line. This team is rebuilt in a way where we are improved in so many areas.
Right.
But I have to say that Grady Jarrett is he's my favorite, man. Since day one, it's been Grady. Probably close to Julio, man. But Grady's my guy. Yeah. It's tough. We're all diehard fans here, Kiki. You can get it out. I understand. Once he retires, we'll get him on the podcast.
No, just bring it in.
Yeah.
ATL Will. Last question here. Looking at the new NFC South, with all the changes that's been made from all the teams and everything, does the Falcons really have a chance to win this division? ATL Will.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the division is garbage right now. So I think every team does, including the Buccaneers, if they can somehow put it together. But yeah, with all the players we brought in and then the coaching staff that is going to get the job done running the football. And I don't think these other NFC South teams can keep up with it, especially late in the year. And I just think we're built different compared to all these other teams with like how we're built to run the ball, and come playoff time, they're not going to stop us. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
You hear what Will said, Falcons fans? Come playoff time, they're not going to stop us. So Will's already past week 17. I'm telling you, he's already. Yeah. Well, you got your tickets for the playoff game already? Can you give some information on that?
Oh yeah. I got the scripts. It's hidden in my closet right now. I got you.
Falcon fans, that's what's up, because you're hearing it from Will, who's a diehard fan who wants the Falcons to win and does believe that they can win this division and make it to the playoffs. Kiki, I know your answer, but we have to get your thoughts. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the Falcons this year? Their chances in the division. There's a lot of changes made. Derek Carr. And they're still trying to put Ritter at the back of the pack with Carr. You saw the report the other day? It was Carr, Mayfield, Young, Bryce, and then Ritter for the division. Is that what they said?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on just the Falcons winning this division and making it to the playoffs? Is it possible?
Yeah, it's possible. I think Derek Carr, he's like 0-2 against us. Like he's never beaten us. So yeah, I'm not afraid of him. Bryce Young, I mean, yeah, defense gonna have like fun with him week 1. Like he's not even gonna be able to see over his O-line, so I'm not worried about them either. Baker Mayfield, king of turnovers, not worried about him either. The division is ours. That's all I gotta say.
Sheesh, those some powerful words, sis. My brother, what you looking at your work schedule? You got to work tomorrow.
Shit.
I guess
Aligning Bodie out. Aligning Bodie out.
Matter of fact,
you got work tomorrow.
Go ahead and drop him.
Matter of fact, I don't. Matter of fact, I don't. Matter of fact, you Chase, you crank the lawnmower up, all right? And
well, you got to start bringing the weed with gas. You got to start putting straight gas in it. It's the 2-taco oil that you mix.
Jack, make sure you got that mop ready. All right.
Chat loves this.
You put dirty water on my mop.
Chat loves this. We just break out like a roast session in between like the Falcons content. It just happens randomly. Chase, winning the division, making it to the playoffs, is it possible?
It's very possible. If anything, it's more than possible. I think we're the only team in the NFC South that really stacked on defense. I mean, Carolina brought in some nice players, but they really don't have that. They're still looking for that next piece on offense. And you could say Atlanta is too with the question mark beside Ritter. But I really got a lot of hope in Ritter, and from what I've seen in college and what he did in the NFL at his home games and even his debut, it was a little sloppish, but we go back to that Drake fumble, and that game could have been a whole totally different game. So I'm very high on that. And I think it is a playoff team. I think, like ATL Will said, when you get into the playoffs, the running game is tremendous, and it's shown the past few years a running game wins playoff games. Yep. So something to look at. I'm high on it. I'm ready to see it happen, and to hold up a banner that says NFC South 2024 champions would be amazing.
The thing about it is, for me, Bodie, we're going to get to your take before we wrap it up here. It just feels it's going to be exciting to see the Falcons back in the playoffs. Like years of watching other teams play on Saturdays. People's inviting you to parties and shit. Hey, want to come to my Packers party? No. You want to come to my Seahawks? No, I don't. So I want to see the team in the playoffs. It's exciting. They need the red and black in the playoffs. It brings ratings. It's Atlanta, for God's sakes. And if you give us a home game, if we get a home game, oh boy.
Packed out.
What? That joker finna be packed in there. Now, if you know if we're going on the road, you can send us to Dallas. You can send us to Philly. If the team has gotten to the level of making the playoffs, I'm not worried about any one of those teams. Will, if you ever been to Philly or Dallas, those are two hostile environments to play.
Absolutely. I'm well aware they're hostile.
Philly is different breed.
I've been in 19 stadiums, and I tell you, there's a lot of hostile environments to play in. That's why Terry kept talking about it, by creating a hostile environment for the Bends, where other teams and other fan bases come into your city and is like, holy shit, we can't make noise in here. They got this place sold up. That's how I felt in Cincinnati when they was doing their songs and their chants, and they had the ball on the screen with the letters and shit. I was like, I can't believe this. It's going crazy, you know. But Bodie, playoffs, NFC South champs. We getting the high hopes yet, Bodie? Is it possible?
This is my team, all right? I'm always going to have the high hopes. And look what we did with Les last year. Our coaching staff, we had one-year guys. We had cast-over guys. We had guys that we didn't think were going to, we were hoping did something and didn't. We had bad secondary, no pass rush, and we still won 7 games. And the year before that, we had the best quarterback in the history of the franchise and won 7 games. And, we got a better roster than both of those teams this year.
Thanks.
With the same coaching staff. There's no reason why we can't win this division, get in these playoffs and make some noise. Like, there's no reason. Like, if we underwhelm, like, we really looking at the coaching. Like, the offense has no excuse. I think Desmond Ritter is good enough, smart enough to really lead with all these weapons around him, to really just spread it out. Like, he has his pick of the litter when it comes to the weapons that we have. on offense. Like he really just, hey man, just really wherever he want to go, somebody's open. Okay, O-line's great, running game is just perfect. You got 3 running backs back there. Come on, I mean, yeah, just perfect. And the defense is, I mean, we got a pass rushing guru at defensive coordinator to really open it up. If you don't think we getting 40 sacks this year, you out your mouth, you out your Falcon mind. Shout out to John and Mike. Like seriously, like it's a new beginning. Like really, like my guy, like this team is really making the playoffs. I'm really willing to bet on that. So,
and we talked about it too. Will, you mentioned it. Bodie mentioned it. 7 wins when you had a Saints win that was locked up until that fourth quarter.
Yep.
When you had a Bucks game where the ref cheated you, when you was coming back, you had 15 unanswered points in one half. Coming back to, if you would have got that ball back after that sack, you probably would have went down there and beat the Bucks. You have a Rams game where I was right there at the Rams stadium where you came back from 25 points on a 4th and 3 possession and you threw it to the shortest person on the field when 2 other people was wide open.
Don't bring
Mariota.
that up.
Let's not talk about week 1 where we were up and then we blew the lead.
Let's talk about the 17 versus 17 game with the Chargers when Drake London had the fumble snatched out of him. Taquan Graham runs down the field and drops the ball. We can talk about that
drop
game.
Was right in front of me.
We can go to the Cincinnati game when you was even down 28 or what was it, 17. You came back, scored 17 unanswered. You got the stop in the third quarter when the Bengals came out. You got the stop. You could have went down there and scored and tied up the game. Had an opportunity to go down there and do it, and you blew it, Mariota. You blew it. I'm sorry to put it like that.
You're giving me PTSD with
Damn, I hate. We said his name like 6 times tonight too. I feel so bad.
I mean, did you bring up the Commanders game too?
The Commanders game too as well. The Ravens game possibly could have been a winner if it was different weather conditions too as well.
The
Steelers game going.
Oh,
what they were like?
Bro, are we looking at a playoff team last year without these f-ups? Like seriously?
Yeah.
Then they said we were like 13 games were like 1 possession games or something like that. Like all those games were like winnable outside of that Bengals game where
we just got our teeth kicked in. But
Jalen getting mad just hearing it.
Yeah, we really could have won the NFC South because Tampa won the South at 8 and 9 or something like that. Like
I just gave like 4 games where we should have been over the 5. Jesus Christ, I don't want to go back to the past. ATL will. We don't try to dwell on the past. We look forward to the present and the future. And this team is going to go out there and compete. Thank you, Kiara. Right now, they're going to go out there and compete.
Yep.
It's one of the toughest 53s to stack. I love the 90 that's on that roster right now to go in there and compete, win some jobs. Will, this has just been great that you had the chance to come by and talk with us.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys having me on. It's been awesome.
Yeah, man. Anytime too as well. Where can we get some social media information from you so everybody can follow you on Twitter, get your TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is, brother, where we can get some more information on ATL Will?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at ATL Will, and then I have a link tree on there. You guys can click on all my socials on there. Give me a follow. I'd really appreciate it.
For the Falcon fans that's following us on Facebook, we'll drop the information for ATL Will, so you can also check him on Twitter or his other social media links. And then for those on Twitter, of course, we'll make a post right after this show so everybody can know that we had a good show. Thumbs up. So people's probably waiting. What did Will say? What happened? Nah, man, everything's good. Everybody had a great show. This is like Will. Bodie, what is Will? Like our 25th special guest? Like 30th?
We done had some illustrious guests on the show. So
man, we done had some special guests on the show, Will, and I guarantee you, man, you were right up there with them.
We definitely want you back.
Good.
Definitely want you back.
Of course.
Yeah, we definitely have to have you back. Let's go middle of the season, somewhere around the bye week. We'll get you on.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's perfect. So now we can find out what Will has to say about halfway through the season of the Falcons, and hopefully we have the winning record. So everybody comes in here and talks about, playoffs and the division, the real high hope shit that people want to talk about, because we haven't been there in a while, Will. But you know it, Chase know it, Bodie know it, Kiki know it. We might be there soon. This might be the beginning of, I'm not saying Super Bowl year, but this might be the beginning of getting over 500, winning your first home game back since you opened the stadium, doing things that the Falcon fans want to see again, winning games on the road, winning games at home, having a winning record. In week 16, you start benching people because you got to get ready for the playoffs. Shit that I want to see. But Will, this has been fantastic, man. I thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Taking time out of your day.
The shirt is fantastic too.
Yeah, the Bijan. Yeah.
That is
That's
dope, bro.
tough.
That is tough. Let me see. Yeah, that boy. They got that Bijan shirt. Look at him.
I gotta get the mustard. I don't have the mustard yet. I need it.
Yeah, we lacking on the mustard.
We got to get the mustard. Will, you going to training camp?
Yes, I am.
Falcon
Okay,
fans.
we're gonna see you there.
We're gonna see you there, brother. Chase, he's gonna be there. Kiki, hopefully you can drive up and make the trip from 1 or 2 training camps. Bodie, I'm sure will be there. I'll be there first day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'll be there. So
I should be there that Saturday is when I'll be there.
Oh, it's gonna be a crazy crowd out there because everybody's gonna be off of work. Kids ain't gotta worry about all that other stuff. Saturday, them Saturday lines, boy, through the woods. But ATL, Will, we thank you for everything, man. Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
Appreciate it.
You about forgot.
Lisa Shepherd just wants to know quickly, Will.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not gonna talk about the onesie.
If you can just do it in 2 minutes quickly, just tell us what happened with the situation with the baby.
Okay, so my girlfriend is holding up my son in his cute, adorable little onesie, and she took a picture of it. I screenshot it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna post it. We're hanging out at the stadium, we're having a good time. F the Saints, and I posted. I didn't expect anything to happen out of it.
Oh,
and then it was like a delayed reaction to it. It was like 3 days later, and then Saints fans starting to get a hold of it. And like before that third day, Falcons fans were eating it up. Like everyone loved it. And then, Saints fans get a hold of it. They start just absolutely going at my 8-month-old son. And then it's just, I think you guys grabbing my back, though. I really appreciate it.
The Falcon fans did step in. I did see some of the comments for that. I'm glad Falcons fans came together to get rid of the nastiness coming from that fan base over there over something that was just, come on, Falcon. I mean, come on, Saints fans. Like, seriously? Like, Kiki, you talked about it, too, as well. Kiki was hot.
I don't mess with the babies. Like, that pisses me off.
Yeah, I appreciate you for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm Auntie Kiki. I don't play about the kids. Okay.
Exactly. They're the Saints fans that keep it straight football and just whatever. We shake hands afterwards, but there are those fucked up Saints fans like those, and those motherfuckers can fuck you.
Yeah.
Sheesh. A lot of editing tonight.
Beep, 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 press the fucking button.
I'm just gonna mute it to make it easier. Everybody, anybody has anything else for ATL Will before we go ahead and get him up out of here tonight?
No, bro. I just want to appreciate you for stopping by and dropping your thoughts on this Falcon team that we all have such high hopes for this season. I know you got high hopes. I know Bodie, Jack, Kiki, you got high hopes. So definitely dope hearing it from another fan.
It is 3,000.
Yeah, man. Thank you, brother. I mean, your takes, man. You got some interesting takes, and you really helped me see it in a different light. So I appreciate that. And man, just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Like, just keep putting out your dope content, man.
Kiki.
Same thing.
I'm sorry, I've been lagging a little bit. So I've kind of it's been misheard a little bit of what you guys have been saying.
Are you good?
It was good. Yeah. Kiki.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the show, and actually you inspired me and to get a shirt made as well. I got one that said, been here since 1989, and I hate the Saints, and I got one for my daughter too. So fuck the Saints.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
think this year, if we can get every kid in one of those onesies and just take as many photos as we can and trigger them as much as we can, that would be great.
No doubt.
That'd be dope.
Will, you might be on to something. I know you have the platform to do it. So once you put the call out
start
there,
a brand. I mean, I don't know what I could do.
You never know. You never know. And next thing you know, the Falcons pick it up and say, "Hey, we hate the Saint onesies over there at the team store. So come on over and get some."
Oh, yeah.
Will, real quick, PS5 or Xbox?
PS4. I still haven't got the PS5 yet.
PS4.
I'm lacking. I know.
I was gonna say, get me on the Madden, brother, because Chase, you see Chase over there looking like, what I'm thinking about. Yeah, get me on the Madden, brother. Yeah, we got them leagues, man. We got them leagues. But ATL Will, we thank you for everything, man. We'll definitely get up with you and have a great evening, brother.
Okay, you guys as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Falcon fans. Kiki, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bodie, Chase, same as well. This is big when you got special guests like ATL Will taking the time out of his day. That's why we bring special guests on the show. And it's always cool when they get opportunities to come speak with us because they have their thoughts and they have their opinions and their facts about what the Falcons are doing. And of course, here on One Time for the Fan, we have ours. And then when we can come together and talk about the Falcons football, it's a great thing. Will said what Falcon fans want to hear, that they can possibly go out there and win this division. He talked about his favorite player. He talked about some of the offseason moves that was made to as well. That right there just showed you another diehard fan that most of y'all in this chat, people listening on Apple and Spotify, are the same way, except for that Jaguars fan, the same way. You guys want to see this team win. Not one fan in this chat or listening is going to go ahead and disapprove that. No, I don't want to see the Falcons win. I want to say I told you so. Where? We all want to see the Falcons win. If Desmond Ridder goes out there and throws 5 touchdowns week 1 against the Panthers, you high-fiving, fist bump for you, hugs for you. You know how it is in the bins.
Draws in the air.
I used to see the Matt Ryan fans say that. I hate Matt Ryan. As soon as he scored, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I seen it. And then look around, they got a beard. Koo's gonna get the extra point now. Look at that shit. They happy as hell. Come together, Falcon fans. Shout out to all the content creators too as well. Y'all might have y'all special guests on y'all show too as well. You're trying to get something out of the special guest. We just got that out of ATL Will. We got the respect from ATL Will to come on the podcast tonight. Even last night, Kiara, he was supposed to be on here, couldn't make it, decided to come on tonight. Came on here for a whole hour and talk Falcons football with us. Bodie, Chase, Kiki. Was that right on the money right there with ATL Will?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we like. We love it.
Carrie said it. All positive vibes here.
That's all. We ain't sitting here. We just talking positive. We who we is. Y'all know who we is by now. Throw them ones up. Let's see them in the chat. Let's go.
Throw the ones up. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, radio.
Hashtag
podcast,
one timers. Let's go.
all that we're going to be on. So you'll get the show later on at 10:30. I'll post that on Anchor and everything, Spotify, whatever it is. Kiki, great show tonight.
Yes, sir.
Can't beat that. 1,000. Look like getting ready to get some sleep.
Yeah, I'm about to crash, bro. Got a long day tomorrow.
Huh?
Got a long day tomorrow.
I thought you said you're out of state tomorrow. I was gonna say Virginia.
Shit.
Shit, you might want to leave now.
Shit. Yeah, clown. Got some clowns.
No, you said it right the first time.
One time for the fan. Put them ones up. Hashtag one timers. Hashtag the fan club. Do we have another special guest on the way, Kiki?
I believe so.
Not tonight, Falcons fans.
Not tonight.
Falcons fans were like, "Oh shit! Wait a minute, they about to have another special guest." We do have another special guest coming on the show really soon. So Falcon fans, be prepared for that. We're gonna get Myles Garrett back on the show, so be prepared for that. We do have some other names we talked about in the chat of bringing to the show. All for you. At the end of the day, it's all for you, all the Falcon fans. Also for Chase, he gets a chance to hear some inside information from these special guests, get a chance to find out how did they feel about the Falcons. Same for Bodie, same for Kiki. We're all in this together, Falcon fans. Let's be real here. We're in this together. Every fan in this chat is going to show up to that parade when we win the Super Bowl. Every fan in this chat is going to go buy merch when we win the NFC Championship.
Yes,
Every
sir.
fan in this chat is going to show up to the podcast when we're podcasting live for the motherfucking Super Bowl in Las Vegas. We outside the goddamn.
Facts. Man.
Let them know.
Man.
Hey,
Where is the Super Bowl at this year?
it's in Vegas this year, and I'm a diehard fan. We want the team to win. It's possible they can win. I'm going to go step by step. We got to win the NFC South first.
Right.
When you get there, this podcast is going to fucking change. I'm telling you right now. You win the NFC South, the podcast is changing right there. Probably
Yes,
selling
sir.
the show because the shit's about to get real. I'm telling you right now, straight up. So shout out to all the Falcon fans who's here rocking with us. Everybody in the chat. Too many names to call tonight, but we really appreciate y'all for being
Appreciate
here. Kiki,
y'all, man.
Bodie,
Yeah,
Chase,
shout
any
out.
final thoughts before we get up out of here?
Well, I want to say, excuse my language. So, fuck the Saints, blew that, keep pouting, and fire those BB guns. Fuck Tampa too.
Fire the BB gun, she said.
That's all I gotta say.
Ta-da.
So one thing you guys got to do, like when we're scoring in Tampa, if you're sitting next to the ship, turn to the pirate, the guy who's working he presses the damn button. Yeah, he presses the button. No, it goes like boom, boom. It goes like that when they score. So when we score, Falcon fans, you got to do this. They hate this shit, and they probably gonna think, how do you guys know the guy who's telling you this? I think the guy's name is Alfred. I heard a Bucks fan say it to the guy. Hey, Alfred, blow the horn, whatever that shit is. I don't know what the fucking thing is.
Blow the cannons.
Yeah, fire the cannons, whatever. Fire the cannons. So you gotta go. Boom, boom, so this year I go to Tampa. We beating the shit out the Bucks, right? Beating them bad. I turn to Alfred. Alfred, fire the cannons, man. Alfred gave me one of them pirate looks, like you just stole his gold. This man, I swear, this man mugged me for 4 straight quarters, dog. I will out everything I love. Every time we score, I turn around, I'm high-fiving and shit. Alfred, fire the motherfucking cannons. He's sitting over there. He can't hit the rope, and then when the Bucks score, boom, boom, he threw his little two. I'm like, now you gonna fire the cannons? That's how you gonna do it? Kind of like when we was in New Orleans, Bodie, when we scored. Like, y'all ain't gonna play the song for us. Y'all ain't gonna play the song for us.
I was up there. Play it. Play that damn horn.
Yo, let me tell you something. There's ways to piss off away game fans. I'll give you guys a whole show on how to piss off fans in other cities. One thing to do is telling the other team and their fan base to punt the ball on 3rd down. Like when they're getting their ass beat, just go out there and just be like, punt the ball. Fans will turn around and say, it's fucking 3rd down. Like niggas getting pissed. But you don't care because your team's whooping up on this team. So I'll give you some stories about punt the ball. I love using that Kiki on the road. You're going to hear it a lot on the road too as well. You might hear it in New Orleans. Where I'm like, punt the balls. 1st down on the Saints. We're winning by like 27 points.
I like meowing at Panthers fans. They get pissed off for some reason when I just do like a little punk ass meow at them.
So the one thing I do with the Panther fans that's funny is you kind of have these sayings that you say over and over again. So I might say in Panther Stadium, y'all smoke cigarettes in here? Like I say that a lot because they do smoke cigarettes in there. Like they sit down and getting their ass kicked. You got another Marlboro, blowing their fucking life away. But even still, y'all, it's going on and it's going down in a major way. Carrie said, "Berto, are you going to Rolling Loud too?" I don't know, Carrie. Who's going to Rolling Loud? And no, this ain't no gag. This ain't no gag. I'm just saying right now. This Rolling Loud.
What is that?
This Rolling Loud. This how they send their VIPs.
I look like a pack of edibles.
Nah, this how they send their VIP. Look at this.
That's that 3.5 for the 50.
Shit, that's that $1,000. Bodie, I kind of feel disrespected. This is all I got.
Yeah, I thought it was a big box or something.
I could have sworn it was a big box.
It's not.
It says VIP on it though, so I guess that's good.
Good. You don't need a big box of edibles or something. You don't need none.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it looked like anyway.
Acting crazy.
I'm gonna put it on right now.
Oh my god! All right, so we stuff in your hand. Hey, yeah.
The boy said that's that loud. This ain't no loud.
Zip it. It's one of the things where you zip it and you can't unzip it. You gotta cut it off, and you'll be stuck for a month.
You gotta cut it. Stuck for a month.
Exactly. Go ahead, put it on. I dare you.
No. They're gonna come in there and be like, "How the hell is it faded?" Like I work
crazy. It be faded as hell. You're gonna take 30 baths.
What I am gonna do is hide this from Alberto in a safe spot off camera. Next thing you know, Alberto over there planning to roll it out and them. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. Chase, we're having a good time. Kiki, we're having a good time. Bodie, we're having a good time. But yes, I'm glad everybody showed up tonight and got a chance to speak to ATL Will.
Absolutely, man.
And we're gonna keep this thing rolling. Sunday, another podcast Sunday, another special guest, Kiki.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and do it, y'all. Chase, Bodie, Kiki, on a great night like this, there's only one way you can end the show.
Saved it just for Bodie.
Where is it at?
Just for you.
Hold on.
I hope you can't find that.
I put it in Bodie's folder. Where's Bodie's folder? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so goofy.
You got to triple click on Bodie's folder. He's late on payments.
God.
Obviously, you late on a lot of things. You can't find it.
There it is, y'all.
My Lord.
We're gonna lose subscribers fucking around.
Apparently, people love this. We gained subscribers. They're like, oh shit, they got acoustic cinematic at the end of the show. Wallace Smith, great content tonight. We'll be back Sunday with another podcast, another special guest. One time for the Atlanta Falcons Facebook group, one time for the fan Facebook group, Twitter, everywhere. Just type it in on Google, y'all. We'll see y'all at camp, preseason, whatever. Doesn't matter. We'll be there. Rise up, y'all.
Rise up.
Good night.
Kiki said, fuck the Saints.